Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hill on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Down. Press it.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Tua. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. That's It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Brady.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Watch out for Hill on the return.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Brady. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Could be 4 down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Brady. His throw incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
The Dolphins with the early lead. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
50 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second and 9, Tua, it's Hill, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 1.
Down.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Tua. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yellow, one.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Hey, green. Red, red. Go red. Opposite, green.
Here's Tua.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On play action, now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Ready, ready. White, white. Green.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Ready?
From midfield, here's Tua. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun give to Fournette. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And this returnable for Hill. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Ready, break.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. 37 yards.
And the Dolphins continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Wait, that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Succop's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break, but we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Ready?
On first down, Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
Succop's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Draw play, Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Tua sets up to pass it.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the gut, Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Here's Brady to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
from 4 yards out.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 42-yard line.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Let's go now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Blue striker. Striker. 3-3. Ready.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And some room to work. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground.
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
On the ready.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Tua. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
For the Dolphin field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady's throw there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jerome Baker drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running left, here's Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.